I'm seeking full custody of both sole and physical custody. If he has any sort of parenting time that they have, that it's supervised visits, and also I would like him to be drug tested before each visit.
I'm asking for my daughter back.
Okay, we're on the record now in Morrison versus Morrison. I have this set for a final hearing today. I'm also in receipt of the closing documents that were submitted by the parties. Ms. Morrison, did you want to proceed with finalizing the divorce today?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
And Mr. Morrison, is that how you want to proceed as well?
Yes, that works. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to ask both of you some questions. The questions that I'm going to be asking you are the questions that I'm required to ask to establish the grounds for divorce under Michigan law. And so, Ms. Morrison, as the filing party, you filed for divorce in this case and you signed those documents. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
At the time that you filed for divorce, had you been a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you been a resident of Otsego County for at least 10 days?
Yes, as of right now, I guess I'm in Montmorency County. But
okay, at the time that you filed the divorce, were you in Otsego County for at least?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. In the complaint for divorce, there's a statement that indicates that there's been a breakdown of your marriage relationship such that the objects of matrimony had been destroyed and there remained no reasonable likelihood that the marriage could be preserved. Was that true when you filed the complaint?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does that remain true today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and there was one child born of the marriage, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That child is still a minor, under 18?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the judgment of divorce would provide that you and Mr. Morrison would share joint legal and physical custody of your child, and that essentially you would split it right down the middle. Each of you would have half 50-50 custody. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And as the mother of your child, do you agree that that would be in her best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As part of the divorce, I'm sorry, are you currently pregnant?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Different father.
All right. Well, we're going to have a look. We're not going to be able to finalize the divorce today because any conception of a child during the time of marriage is presumed to be of the marriage, and that's why we asked that question at this time before we grant the divorce. So what you're going to need to do, I'm going to have to refer this back to the friend of the court. There's going to need to be a paternity test done or an acknowledgement of paternity by whoever the father is, so that we can establish that it's not Mr. Morrison before I can grant you the divorce.
Is there any way, I do have the father sitting with me. Is there any way that I can have him step forward now and vouch for the child?
Yeah, we can't just do that off the cuff like this. There needs to be paperwork filled out, and there's a procedure that has to be followed.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you.
So I'm going to refer this back. Ms. Krause, are you there? Thank
Yes,
you.
Your Honor.
How do you want them to handle this? Can I have them, do you want Ms. Morrison to give you a call for how to proceed further?
Yes, that would be great.
All right, so Ms. Morrison, you're going to need to call the friend of the court and contact them to set up some further proceedings to get that part of it taken care of. And Mr. Morrison, you're free to contact the friend of the court too, so that you can be apprised of where things stand with regard to that, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Morrison, do you have any other questions at this time?
No, I guess not, Your Honor. No.
Mr. Morrison, did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you. Both of you are free to disconnect. And again, Ms. Morrison, contact with friend of the court as soon as possible.